February 13th. Numbers 5 and 6. Numbers 5. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Israel to send out of the camp every leper, and everyone who has a discharge, and whoever becomes defiled for a being. Send out both male and female. Send them outside the camp, so that they do not defile their camps in the midst of which I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, to send them outside the camp, as Yah had spoken to Moshe. So the children of Israel did. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, when a man or woman commits any sin that men commit in trespass against Yah, and that being is guilty, then they shall confess their sin, which they have done, and he shall restore his guilt in its principal, plus 1/5 of it, and give it to whom he has been guilty. But if the man has no relative to restore the guilt to, the guilt which is restored goes to Yah, for the priest, in addition to the ram of the atonement, with which atonement is made for him. And every contribution of all the set-apart gifts of the children of Israel, which they bring to the priest, become his. And every man's set-apart gifts become his. Whatever any man gives, the priest becomes his. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When a man's wife turns aside and has committed a trespass against him, and a man has intercourse with her, and is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is concealed that she has defiled herself, and there was no witness against her, nor was she caught, and a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, who has defiled herself, or a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, although she has not defiled herself, then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering for her, 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He is not to pour oil on it, or put frankincense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, an offering for remembering, for bringing crookedness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near, and shall make her stand before Yah. And the priest shall set apart water in an earthen vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the dwelling place, and put it into the water. And the priest shall make the woman stand before Yah, and shall uncover the woman's head, and put the offering for remembering in her hands, which is a grain offering of jealousy, while the priest holds in his hand the bitter water that brings a curse. And the priest shall make her swear, and say to the woman, If no man has lain with you, and you have not turned aside to uncleanness under your husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. But if you have turned aside from your husband's authority, and you have defiled yourself, and some man other than your husband has lain with you, then the priest shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and he shall say to the woman, Yah make you a curse, and an oath among your people, when Yah makes your thigh waste away, and your belly swell. And this water that causes the curse shall go into your inward parts, and make your belly swell, and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and shall wipe them off into the bitter water, and shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings the curse. And the water that brings the curse shall enter her to become bitter. And the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from... Oh no! What happened? One moment, please. That's not happened before. One moment, please. Okay, 25-ish. And the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before Yah, and bring it to the slaughter place. And the priest shall take a hand filled with the offering, as its remembrance offering, and burn it on the slaughter place, and afterward make the woman drink the water. And when he has made her drink the water, then it shall be, if she has defiled herself and has committed a trespass against her husband, that the water that brings the curse shall enter her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh waste away, and the woman shall become a curse among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself, and is clean, then she shall be clear and shall conceive children. This is the Torah of jealousy, when a wife turns aside from her husband's authority and defiles herself. Or when a spirit of jealousy comes upon a man, and he becomes jealous of his wife, then he shall make the woman stand before Yah, and the priest shall do to her all this Torah. And the man shall be clear from crookedness, but the woman bear her crookedness. Number 6. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When a man or woman does separate by making a vow of a Nazarite to be separate to Yah, he separates himself from wine and strong drink. He drinks neither vinegar of wine nor vinegar of strong drink, nor does he drink any grape juice, nor eat any grapes or raisins. All the days of his separation he does not eat whatever is made of the grapevine, from seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation a razor does not come upon his head, until the days are completed, for which he does separate himself to Yah. He is set apart. He shall let the locks of his hair grow, locks of the hair of his head grow long. All the days of his separation to Yah, he does not go near a dead body. He does not make himself unclean for his father, or for his mother, or his brother, or his sister when they die, because his separation to Elohim is on his head. All the days of his separation he is set apart to Yah. And anyone dies beside him in an instant, suddenly, and he has defiled the head of his separation, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shaves it. And on the 8th day he brings 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tent of appointment. And the priest shall prepare one as a sin offering, and the other as an ascending offering, and shall make atonement for him, because he sinned by reason of the dead body. And he shall set apart his head on that day, and shall separate to Yah the days of his separation, and shall bring a male lamb a year old, as a guilt offering. But the former days are not counted, because his separation was defiled. And this is the Torah of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are completed, he is brought to the door of the tent of appointment, and he shall bring his offering to Yah, 1 male lamb a year old, a perfect one, as an ascending offering, and 1 ewe lamb a year old, a perfect one, as a sin offering, and 1 ram, a perfect one, as a peace offering, and a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, and unleavened thin cakes anointed with oil, their grain offering with their drink offerings. And the priest shall bring them before Yah, and prepare his sin offering and his ascending offering. And he shall prepare the ram as a slaughtering of peace offerings to Yah, together with the basket of unleavened bread. And the priest shall prepare its grain offerings and its drink offering. And the Nazarite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tent of appointment, and shall take the hair from the head of his separation, and shall put it on the fire which is under the slaughtering of the peace offerings. And the priest shall take the boiled shoulder of the ram, and 1 unleavened cake from the basket, and 1 unleavened thin cake, and put them upon the hands of the Nazarite after he has shaved his head of separation, his hair of separation. Then the priest shall wave them, a wave offering before Yah. It is set apart for the priest. Besides the breast of the wave offering, and besides the thigh of the contribution, and afterwards the Nazarite shall drink wine. This is the Torah of the Nazarite vows to Yah the offering for his separation, and besides that, whatever else his hand is able to provide. Yah, according to the vow which he takes, so shall he do according to the Torah of his separation. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharon and his sons. This is how you bless the children of Israel. Say to them, Yah bless you and guard you. Yah make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yah lift his face upon you and give you peace. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I myself shall bless them.